First from Santa Clara, California, right down the road from Palo Alto, California. And guess who grew up in Palo Alto, California?
Not you, Bill.
Good guess.
Oh,
Leala,
right.
you are 2
right
for
on
2
top
tonight.
of it.
2 for 2.
As I mentioned in the opening, Dede Davidson really unhappy that the fact that the spring tour had to end, but right back on top of it here, the first event of the fall. Said, I worked hard to stay sharp all summer long. The physical changes I made in my game, really trying to stay underneath the ball, get that heavy forward roll. When I get around it on the side, it breaks too much or it slides too long, and right now it worked for her this week. Stay underneath the ball. Same thing with the righties.
McMullen's first shot. Strike for her as well. How about the fact that now this is her second match, maybe a chance for her to settle down a little bit?
Exactly, Bill. When you get one match under your belt, the nerves start to die down just a little bit. You start realizing exactly how the lanes are playing, and you start actually making better shots. Plus, if the competition heats up a little bit, if Debbie or Dede starts putting on the pressure on Debbie, she may answer back with strikes.
Second frame for McMullen. Strike 2. Davidson upcoming here in her second frame, a southpaw. Any difference?
Well, right now on this pair, it doesn't appear to be, but Dede Davidson averaged 230 earlier on this pair. Throughout the week, Debbie McMullen, on the other hand, averaged 204 on the TV pair.
Davidson, the Rookie of the Year on tour in 1985, has won 3 titles, including the WIBC Queens. That's a major. She won that back in 1991. 2 in a row.
Little smile there, able to send that ball a little far out to the left. That ball broke real hard, came back nicely. Key for her, she says, I want to stay underneath that ball. I want to see my fingers as I release it if they come straight up through the ball.
She asked me what color shirt she should wear. I told her purple, and you see she's not wearing purple.
Red and black.
Yeah.
It's getting close to Halloween.
I can't get brown shoes to match or black shoes to match, so I don't know why she asked me, but I just thought I'd pass that along. Davidson for her third straight strike.
Looking very strong right here. Debbie McMullen probably will get up and answer right back. Like I said, when the competition heats up, it seems that the scores start to rise.
McMullen looking for a triple as well.
Thought you had that down, Bill. Wasn't it a turkey you were calling it before?
I thought they were synonyms for one another.
In other things, not bowling right now. Oh.
Leaving the 4-7-10.
She knew it. She comes back. She's looking at her thumb. Hung up a little bit too long in that ball. Was not able to get it off her hand, causing her to pull it to the left. A disastrous break here, the 4-7-10.
Goes for the 4-7 and converts. So after 2 straight strikes, McMullen is open in the third frame.
McMullen finishing in the top 24 in the points list last year, ranking 26 right now, right on the bubble for our event that is held at the end of the year, the mixed doubles.
Fourth frame for her. Strike. 3 strikes in 4 frames for Debbie McMullen.
Right now, Dede Davidson leading by 25. Appears to have a really nice shot on 42. Is able to go a little bit left with the ball. And it breaks back very sharp, very nicely.
Davidson's had a pretty consistent 8-year career, but she told me that she wants to try to get into the upper echelon. That's her goal. She's normally in the top 15 in terms of earnings. That's 4 strikes in a row for Dede Davidson.
Well, look of amazement there. Did not have a good approach. Really slid too much. Stopped herself at the line. Watch her footwork right here. She falls off balance. Looks down at the line, says, whoa, but sent it out left. And hey, I'll take a wall shot. Mix up those pins.
It's her 4th TV appearance this year, and she's making the most of this opportunity, up by 35 after 4 frames. 9th on the money list coming into the tournament.
You mentioned 15th. Well, she's 15th in points right now, so she's usually right in there.
First non-strike for Dede Davidson. It comes in the 5th frame.
In fact, Dede using one finger insert. You do not see that too often. Usually a player uses inserts or doesn't use inserts, but she has just one, trying to get a little extra lift.
Looking for the 2-4 here. Oh.
Critical error there. She chopped the 2 right off the 4.
So
right now,
Davidson.
she opens the door a little bit for Debbie. Debbie strikes here. She'll cut the lead to 11.
Right now, the deficit is 21. Through the nose, and the 6 stays.
Not good timing there, talking to herself. A little bit slower ball speed. Really did not execute well.
What's Dede Davidson thinking about? She can barely stand to watch.
Well, she's just concentrating on her own game right now, Bill. Just saying, hey, shake that last shot off. I've got a good shot out there. I want to bounce back and throw a few more strikes. She's pretty much got the lead. If she doesn't make any more errors, she can hang on to it.
McMullen picking up the 6 for a spare. She leads by 21. Should say trails by 21. That's what I meant to say.
Debbie pulling her hand back out of her ball again. Really doesn't seem she has a very good feel. Keeps wiping her hand on the side of her skirt. If you do not get a good feel, you do not get a good release, you end up pulling the ball, you end up sending it to the right. With her, it seems that she's probably losing a little bit, trying to grip it, causing her to pull it.
3-6-9. Talked about the fact that her mother had the neck surgery. She talked about that the condition of her mother really hurt her last spring when she struggled, so that was a big distraction for her. And as you talked about, her mother is coming along just fine and is making an excellent recovery.
Difficult spare here with the sleeper. Oh, chopped it right off. We've seen a lot of that tonight, Bill. Those spare conversions being chopped.
So both players starting to struggle a little bit. Dede Davidson had 4 straight strikes to start, but she was open in the 5th frame. Halfway through our second match, up by 35, even though she left the 5th frame open. This is her 6th frame.
You can see the concentration in her eyes. Really has matured as a player in the last couple of years, Bill. When she first came out, a little on the wild side, you know, had fun. She was young. She was Rookie of the Year, but also a little erratic. Didn't pick up a lot of spares, could throw strikes, always threw a great strike ball, but she's really worked hard at it, and you can see the maturity that she's had now over the last 8 years.
Picks up the spare. Davidson was a #1 seed in Yuma earlier this year, but then lost to Michelle Mullen and was